Welcome back everybody to Casual Gamer Rolls as we continue on F1 2017 Career Mode Season 3 with Toro Rosso driver Villeneuve Waterworth. We're into Round 7, the Canadian Grand Prix, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, my favourite track, and we need to really bounce back here as we continue on a difficult run after our last couple of races. We got to a very good start this season, and we've kind of fallen away a little bit, but obviously best qualifying here in Canada, pole position in our very first season on F1 2016. Here on F1 2017, our best is 5th, and that is our best ever qualifying on this game as well. So let's do this. I feel as though 5th is well out of our reach, but yeah, setback obviously in our last two races. Monaco was always going to be difficult, but just a silly mistake of my own really cost me an actual 19th place, which sounds stupid, but 19th would have been enough to exceed our team's expectations, and we just have not done that in our last two races. Obviously, we've been taken up by Alonso in Spain, so we have got a bit of catching up to do here in Montreal, and hopefully we can do that. We're going to get 17th, and right now, the pace on this car is woeful. We cannot even get into 17th at the moment. We are dead last on pace alone, which is not boding well for meeting expectations here in our best circuit. Of course, we got 20th last year after we were deemed to have cut that final chicane, and that cost us, our lap was invalidated, and this is ridiculous. We really need to upgrade this car, but I'm so close to reaching that 1400 milestone to get to the speedy development, and we have not even budged from 20th place on that bit there. As we cross the line, 19th we've moved up to, just barely an improvement, and that is pathetic. That is pathetic. Shut up, Jeff. The pace in this car has dropped off so badly that we're now 19th here in Canada. Don't know what to say. Ferrari 7 poles out of 7 races. Let's do this race. I'm going to do that now. I strapped a new engine in, by the way, just in case, new gearbox, so new components and everything along those lines, and that's made us worse. So I just don't know what to say here, kids. We are struggling big time at the moment, and we're not looking like to change our situation here anytime soon. We need some good results. We're still about 200 odd development points away. We're getting thrashed now in our rivalry. Yep. Is that a dry race? I think it is. Alright. Well, here we go. Best ever finish here in Canada, of course, was 2nd back in our first ever race in F1 2016. Best finish here on F1 2017 was 5th in that very first race. We'll have a invitational race, I believe, after this, so since after our last invitational, it's kind of stopped our momentum, hasn't it? So we'll see how we go here. Yep, not allowed to see that. Alright, cool. Let's do this, folks. You can tell I'm just still a little bit rattled from our recent form ride and just that woeful qualifying. That is our worst qualifying in Canada, deemed on performance. The 2 times we finished, started last year, we were disqualified from the session and crashed out. So at least there were things there. Alright. We're on the inside line, positive. We've got a Sauber in front, Sauber behind, and a whole race in front of us right now. Van Dorn very racy off the start line there. So he cuts across, and we're going to try and make some positions here into turn 1. Oh, and it's Alonso again, the stupid prick, who just gets a little bit aggressive. We make up some positions, and the 2 Spaniards in Sainz and Alonso, wheel to wheel, coming through this tight little chicane section here now. And we're going to get some good drive out of it. We're going to clip our teammate there. As there's a yellow flag. Oh, I've just passed that yellow flag. And if Alonso, you spin me out again, so help me God. I've caught it this time around. And apparently I've knocked the front wing. Well, there's no damage on my system there. Surely we've got Alonso into this corner here. I'm going to push my way through this time, you prick. And that, to me, is going to stick. Now, we've got a bit of a improved engine, of course, because we snapped in one of the new ones, so our performance on rich mode should last a little bit longer. So we're going to whack that into rich mode here, coming in the back straight. 17th is where they expect us to finish, and we're currently meeting that expectation right now. Obviously, the more we finish above 17th, the better results we will get in terms of our score at the end. As I get a little bit sneaky in that corner, I get a warning for exceeding track limits. Fair enough, I understand that one. As we try, and we've got a bit of a train there, teammate in the pits, and I think that was my problem, that I pushed him out of it, so I apologise there, Carlos, for that. But I just had to get a little bit aggressive to try and get ahead of your countryman, because he's being a prick to me lately, and I'm not going to stand for him being that prick to me anymore. So Alonso this season is becoming the Ocon. We have the clean racing with Hulkenberg a lot in this season, but our incidents occurred. Well, it's only one incident, but still, it seems like more, because I just hate Alonso. Anyway, we're keeping pace here with Palmer. Rich mode is coming in handy at the moment. We set a purple middle sector there. We've got a bit of a train going on up here with these cars. So this new engine giving us a little bit more pace here in Montreal, as we're just hanging on to the back of our fellow Renault engined cars. Obviously they have the works engines, we have the customer engines, so we just get a little bit of curb there, but enough that we don't get a warning. That's good. Get a bit of pace there. We're just within the second, so if we keep this pace up for this lap, we will get DRS going in the back straight and the main straight. So right now we are feeling racy here in Montreal. This is what we wanted. We want to be able to challenge cars, and sadly though, with our bad qualifying, that really did affect us in the grand scheme of things here. We're just a little bit too far back to take a lunge in there at Palmer. Obviously, points are probably out of the equation here today, but we're 2 ahead of our expected finishing position. If we can get more than 2, that brings us more points. We're just on the 1,200 development points. We need to get 200 more to get to our 1,400, which I think we should achieve in Azerbaijan. Should be the operative word. Can we get one up the inside here of Palmer? Nope. Not close enough, and that would have probably risked it more there. I would have had to late brake myself, and then probably find myself damaging my front wing. We're going to get DRS now, so this is good right here, but obviously Palmer's going to get DRS given that he's in closer proximity to his teammate, and we'll get DRS again here into the last bit. I'm going to get another warning for corner cutting. That'll probably be the second and last warning that I will get, so I don't think I'll be able to risk that anymore. Whoa, goodness me, as I get myself very close there to Palmer. Give him a gentle little knock. And I thought myself a bit more of a go there at Palmer, but I just held on to it there. Nearly lost my front wing. We need this result, Ben. We don't want to lose it. We can try and shove one up the inside of him here. Whoa, I've just clipped the back of him. Can we go around the outside of him? No. To release the throttle there. I feel like we're within a zone here that we can get Palmer. Our fuel mode is getting less and less. We're going to try one up here. No, I'm going to have to cut the corner there. Can't do that anymore, Ben, because I'm going to get a warning. I'm going to get a penalty, and that's the last thing I need. And I've got a bit of a lead on Alonso. Let's try one up here. No, I'm not going to be within any close proximity. And surely, oh God, I'm getting away here with a few of these. Again, the inconsistency of the penalty system. We're going to get DRS again, but again, we're just not close enough here to Palmer. And I won't be able to do a little sneaky here into the last chicane, because that will definitely give me a penalty this time around. Don't think we're going to be close enough to go and do to turn 1. We're very, very skint on fuel, but we're just going to maintain that here because this is working with the rich mode. If we can get ahead of Palmer, then we can get one more position moving forward in this Grand Prix. We're so close to him now. We can sniff his aftershave in that Renault. Might be able to take one up here. If I risk it, I'm going to go for it. Oh, was I off circuit when I did it? Deemed not to have been by the stewards. And we hold on to that ever so slightly. We're going to whack it back into standard revs just because we want to not run out of fuel. And we're not going to catch Hulkenberg in front of us, but we will gladly take that position from Palmer. Job done. 14th. If we can hold on to it here in the back straight. That is one extra position up on our 17th, and it will feel like a small victory. 5 positions off the start line. We'll take it. And interesting to note that our 2 retirements this year, once again, coming off our, Hamilton's one, coming off the first lap, and all our retirements last season, weren't they? They were off the opening lap too, weren't they? Just thought I would do that. Oh, Palmer's getting racy with me there. Oh, except Chavez. No, don't you give me a penalty. Fuck you. Oh, no. That is bullshit. You can't give me a warning and then a penalty. I don't know. Just fucking Codemasters and their fucking stupid systems in this game.
I think I'll have to give it to the Toro Rosso driver.
Well, I got driver of the day. Bullshit. I still beat my team's expectations, but only by 1 position as opposed to what looked like it was going to be 3. And once again, 2 steps forward and 20 steps back. I knew I was going to get a chance of the penalty. I kept saying to you about the warnings, but well, that was me, all me there with my teammate. Oh, sorry there, Carlos. And this is me just getting aggressive with Alonso because I just could not stand getting stuck behind him for the rest of this race. I don't give a shit. Hamilton wins the first race, only by 0.2 of a second too. So he gets his first win, the first non-Ferrari win of the season, and he still maintains a bit of a closeness there, and we're falling back from the top 10. Anyway, that's Canada. Azerbaijan, we're off to a Grand Prix we've never finished before, but I think we're going to have an invitational before then. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment. It's Casual Gamer Oz. I'll speak to you next time. Good night.